Yeah, you can't go wrong with samurai with their whole village on fire. Sick. So having a female character is almost even cooler because you can see how technically proficient they really have to be. I, for a fact, know modern day snipers take a lot of inspiration from how ninjas were trained. The decapitation was crazy. Hey everybody, my name is Noah Flater. I'm an actor and martial artist, and today we are reviewing Assassin's Creed Shadows. Okay, first we're gonna watch the trailer. Oh, the flute? So dark and mysterious. I love the lighting. The heavy breathing. The audio design. It's so suspenseful.
Who are you?
I love the samurai aesthetic. You already know I'm all about it. Damn. That transition, yo! I'm a sucker for clean transitions.
My family burns in the name of unification.
Oh, that forward roll, that sidekick was so clean. Yeah, great action already, right away. Yeah, you can't go wrong with samurai with their whole village on fire. Sick. Yeah, this is beautifully done. Love the boats.
Greed.
The Black Samurai. I suck because I don't actually know the full history of the first Black Samurai, but I know it is a thing. When we were on set for our movie with Michael Giant White, for Trouble Man, that was one of the things that he was talking to me about. Wow, that was a beautiful shot. How they sheathe the sword is really important in samurai culture as well, and making sure that the blood doesn't go back into the scabbard. You always wipe the blade off before it goes inside because you don't want it to rust. This is so beautifully done. This looks fantastic. Also, I think how she's holding the blade, where the sword is on her backside, says a lot about the character already. I think she's more of a ninja or shinobi character. Usually you see a samurai hold their katana on their hip.
And follow the blade.
Yep, Assassin's Creed style, pulls it over her head. Yeah, the minute you see the sword on the back, I'm like, oh, they're not samurai, they're shinobi. The ninja stars, let's go. So one of the cool things is that being a ninja, you have to be very agile and very quick because they don't have armor. So their advantage is their mobility, their agility, and their movement. Where samurai have all this armor on because they're used to being in wars, but they're so much slower. So if you're quick, you aim for those kill shots inside the arteries, inside where the armor would be, you'll be able to get your kill shots fast. But you get hit once, you have no armor, you're screwed, you're done.
We are the shadows.
That served the light.
I love how they like put on the cloak, they take it off, it's always... Yo, that mechanic for the blade to come out, that was a solid trailer. There was so much storytelling, but also like a lot of different minor details with their weaponry. That last clip where you see the blade flip out and they hold it into a reverse grip. I know that Assassin's Creed has like their in-sleeve blades that come out or whatever it is. So I know that's an important part of the game, but I love seeing so many different styles and the nuances of just where the blades sit, whether it's on their hip, their back, whatever it is. That was really fun to watch.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to share with you that I have a free 30-day training program. If you've ever wondered how can I start the martial arts, this is the program. I want you guys to go to my website now, get started, and I hope to see you guys training.
Let's watch the gameplay trailer next.
They talk of peace and dream of war.
The backflip to the top of the buildings, that's just crazy. Yep, that knife retract.
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Vengeance is a lonely path, Naoe. Believe me, there are other ways to heal.
A female fighting versus a male fighting, it is very different. One of my favorite martial arts is Wing Chun, and it was created by a woman. And the beautiful thing about Wing Chun that a lot of people don't know is that because it was created by a woman, you can't rely on the brute force of the martial arts, so you have to learn to be extremely technical. So having a female character is almost even cooler because you can see how technically proficient they really have to be. There's a lot less room for error because you can't go toe-to-toe just being able to fight brute strength. Or if you did, it would be a lot harder, right?
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
It's so cool seeing the ninja with the samurai together. I think the contrast is really awesome, and they did a great job showing traditional samurai style movements with the ninja shinobi style movements. And I have not studied ninjutsu, but I do know it is a legit martial art that is practiced and trained. I don't know how legit it really is, because I know that there are systems that specialize in like throwing darts and all these things, but you can definitely see a clear style between the two. That was an excellent first look at the gameplay, but I think now we're gonna really dive into the gameplay footage here. So the first one we're looking at is the shinobi style, which is all stealth movement mechanic stuff. So right away, flying onto the rooftops, these flips. Is it realistic? Absolutely not. Is it cool to see? It's Assassin's Creed, you have to, right? You have to have these larger than life movements, these parkour free running movements on these shrines, these buildings. So for the game, it's awesome. For real life, absolutely not. You would try to be as quiet and efficient as possible. Maybe running might even be tricky because you don't want to be too loud, but I know real ninjas train to be as silent as possible, being able to run. I love the crouch position, the walkovers. Oh, that rope dart. Okay, so that rope dart, let's talk about that. They throw the rope dart and she actually pulls herself into the opponent. I don't know how realistic that is because at that distance too, I don't think it's possible. Again, even crawling through this pond, you would have to, that's a real technique. I know for sure the Japanese specialize in a few different things. This is one of them, where they would go underwater and they'd have bamboo straws and they would sit hours underwater with their bamboo straw, waiting for the right time to be able to pass by and strike somebody. I, for a fact, know modern day snipers take a lot of inspiration from how ninjas were trained in the art of not just being stealthy and camouflage and all that stuff, but it's the art of patience. Is that the ninjas would wait hours and hours and even days in one location without moving a single muscle and watching to see their prey come. So I know that that philosophy has transcended decades and decades in a modern military, which I think is insane. But this was one of the real techniques they'd used. Now we're looking at the samurai style, very like more traditional Japanese movements, very heavy hitter, brute style fighting.
I told you, keep walking.
He's got the club. So in Japanese mythology and lore, that club was actually used by ogres and demons. So in mythology, they're called oni. So the oni were very famous for having that weapon. And that is truly a brute style weapon. And I actually don't know how popular that weapon was across the samurai, because the samurai were a very prestigious class. To be a samurai and to have a shogun above you was one of the highest honors in medieval Japan. The way of the blade and the katana was such a powerful way of living. I don't know how often that club was used, but here we are with the blade. The decapitation was crazy. There is a lot of lore behind decapitating your opponents in battle. I don't know if it was something used often in actual combat, but I know that there were two different ways to commit seppuku, which is a way to commit suicide to preserve your honor for a samurai. So if there was a massive fight, big war, and a high-ranking general lost, the opponent would reserve the right for them to commit suicide. And it was like a ceremonial type thing where your opponents would stand above you. They would not kill you. they would let you have the honor to have your own blade slit your stomach out and let your guts spill out. But it was a way to preserve your own honor and both sides to respect each other. But the other version was decapitation as well too. Overall, for Assassin's Creed, it was really cool to see the contrast between Shinobi and Samurai. The brute force of the Samurai and the agility and the stealth of the ninja. I really feel that this game captured so much of those elements. I would say a lot of it was very realistic to how the philosophy of each character's really had it. So it was really fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's another game you guys like me to react to. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.